The trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin reached its conclusion today as we prepared to air this show. Chauvin was found guilty on charges of second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. We will have more in our next episode as details are still emerging.
And I'm Justin Geck. NBC's Today Show stopped by the city of brotherly love to host a new series highlighting the reopening of America's cities. We have all this and more coming up on LTV News, where the action never stops. Hello and welcome to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and Olney Avenue, Philadelphia, and the world.
Hello, I'm Erin Holly. There is a lot to catch up on in the next half hour as our producer Sam Long had the opportunity to hear all about AST's recent fundraising events.
With May quickly approaching, LaSalle has finally made an announcement in regards to an in-person graduation ceremony. President Hanage announced that LaSalle will honor both the class of 2020 and 2021 in separate ceremonies to be held at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philadelphia. The class of 2021 commencement ceremony will be at 10 a.m. on Saturday, May 15th, and the class of 2020's commencement ceremony will be held at 3 p.m. that day. Face masks are required for anyone attending the in-person ceremonies. Tickets and capacity have also been affected by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Each student is only allowed to have 4 people attend their graduation ceremony. The university will also be live streaming both graduations for those who are not able to attend. There will also be a baccalaureate mass on Friday, May 14th for both classes at 6 p.m. at McCarthy Stadium, and this will also be a ticketed event. For more information, visit LaSalle's commencement website.
How are you staying safe this semester? LaSalle is running a contest where students can show how they are staying safe with prizes involved. Here's how to enter. First, follow LaSalle University on Instagram. Like the post about the Stay Safe contest. And lastly, share a photo or video on your Instagram explaining how you are staying safe this semester and use the hashtag ExplorersCare. This contest is open to all students in good academic standing. Prizes include an Apple Watch, an Amazon tablet, or a credit to the LaSalle bookstore.
This month, LaSalle's created a new scholarship specifically for nursing students of color. This scholarship, called the Gay Riddick Burden Scholarship for Undergrad Nursing, will support diversity in nursing education and workplaces. It was created after a gift from a 2006 LaSalle graduate in order to diminish the lack of diversity in the nursing profession. Quote, as professional in this field for many years, I'm keenly aware of the lack of diversity in nursing and wanted to play a small part in helping to support a student get through LaSalle's rigorous program and graduate into a career in this rewarding field, said the benefactor of the award. The scholarship is worth $2,000 and will begin to be awarded to a second-year nursing student of color at LaSalle's School of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Sam had the chance to sit down with Melina Rallis from LaSalle's Alpha Sigma Tau sorority to hear about their fundraising efforts this spring. Check it out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another interview. Today, I'm sitting down with a member of LaSalle's AST sorority, Melina Rallis. Thank you so much for joining today. I appreciate it. Of course. So you guys have had quite a busy week the last week, just doing tons of fundraising around campus. I know you've had events on campus, off campus. So let's just start from the beginning of that timeline. What were you guys fundraising for, and what was the first event you guys did?
So we were fundraising for our local philanthropy, which is Women Against Abuse. So it raises money for domestic violence survivors, victims, to help them get out of their situations and start a better life. So we started fundraising a while ago. We had to make crowd change pages. Every member of the sorority made one, and we were asking people to donate on our crowd change page. And so we weren't really allowed to do much on campus just because of all the restrictions right now. But last week we were able to sell a couple shirts outside of the union on a table. That was Monday, I believe. And then this past Wednesday, we had a yoga class outside to help raise money for that too. And we had a lot of people come out. We had I want to say 45, 50 people come out to yoga, which was awesome. Um, and then we just had our virtual walk. So that was just continuing to raise money. We've done Venmo boards on Instagram, and we ended up hitting our goal of 5,000. I think we raised a little over 5,000. I don't know the exact amount right now, but
That's
yeah.
great. So let's hop back to the beginning of that. Is your philanthropy always the Women Against Abuse, or do you do work with other organizations, or is that usually the one you guys go with?
Yeah, so our like big philanthropy is Women's Wellness Initiative, and then we focus on a local philanthropy. So Women Against Abuse is just in Philadelphia. It's just a Philadelphia organization. So I'm pretty sure that we just usually stick with Women Against Abuse.
Okay.
Because it's right here.
Yeah, might as well. They're right here. That's great
Yeah.
that you guys were able to raise more than $5,000 for
Mhm.
them. So you guys, I saw you were leading a yoga class on the quad. Were you the one instructing that?
Yes, I was the one instructing that.
Yeah, Aaron tells me that you were not very qualified for it.
No, I was a little thrown in there, but I made it work. It's all right. I'm on the dance team, so I made it.
Okay.
I just made it a little dancey.
Yeah, I'd be pretty nervous if 40 to 50 people are showing up for something I've never led before.
Yeah, I didn't expect that many people to come.
So let's talk about the virtual walk you guys did. I know that's really different than how it's supposed to be in normal years. How did you guys do that? What was it like?
So normally we would have the walk here at LaSalle on the track. But obviously because of COVID this year, we had to do it virtually. So everyone on Crowd Change, like the big fundraising page, had to sign up for a general admission ticket, which was $15, and it covered for a shirt. Well, for like the sisters, it covered a shirt, and then you could have family members sign up and everything. So then everyone just kind of did their own thing. Like you have to just find your way to walk, and then everyone just took pictures and we posted them. So I walked with two members from AST who are also on the dance team with me. So we walked around because we had like also a dance function. So we just did that before practice, and we did our walk then. Some people went on Kelly Drive. Some people walked in Philadelphia, wherever they could find. Some people walked around school, and the ones who are at home walked around home. So everyone just kind of did their own thing, social distance with masks, of course, and took their selfies, and we posted them on our Instagram. But it sucks that we weren't all in person, but we made
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely saw there was a lot of people walking around the art museum, just a lot of people around Center City. I saw a whole lot of that online. That's great that even with COVID, little clusters of like 2 or 3 of you were able to get together and still kind of do it as an organization. I feel like that still makes it retain some of the experience of past years.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Do you have any more events coming up, or is that it for right now?
That's it for right now, just because the fundraiser is over. So our philanthropy chair, Kate Lazouk, will just send our money to the Women's Wellness Initiative. So philanthropy wise, we're kind of done. We can't really do much else because COVID. So that's pretty much it for fundraising and that kind of stuff.
Now, do you guys do a big event? Since this is the spring semester, do you guys do a big event in the fall too, and one in spring, or is this just your big blowout for the year?
This is just like our big one for the year. Normally we would start fundraising a little bit earlier, but
yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's still great in such a short period of time. You guys were able to raise $5,000. How many of you were there doing this that were able to raise that much money?
In the sorority, we have 44 members, and then everyone kind of had their own personal goals on Crowd Change. So my personal goal was 200, and I think I raised like 280 from sending it out to family and friends. Some of my family and friends signed up to walk, like my mom signed up to walk, so she walked around our neighborhood. And then some people just can donate outright how much they want. Another thing that we also did was we made donation boxes and we put them around some local stores in Manayunk.
Okay.
So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, we actually haven't picked those up yet, so we're expecting a little bit more money.
Hey, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, we're picking those up this week, and we also put like my Venmos on the donation
Yeah.
boxes. I've also been receiving like random Venmos from random people.
Hey,
Um,
money's money, right?
yeah. But with like also the Venmo boards on Instagram, I know that helped a lot of people
Yeah,
reach their personal goals as well.
definitely.
Yeah.
So when you were signing up on the website, say a member who's not in the sorority, when you're punching in the information to buy your general admission ticket, are you able to say that you're buying it under one of the sorority members' names so they get credit for the more fundraising, or does it all just go right to one big fund?
Yeah, so you can either fundraise towards just the whole big sorority. So we also did a fundraiser at Cycle Bar. We all took a spin class.
Okay.
And so that money just went to the sorority outright. But then on Crowd Change, there's a list of all of the members, and you can go to whatever member you want, and then you can donate to them, or you can just share your personal page. So when I shared it with my family and friends, I just shared the link to my personal page.
Okay.
So just click it and it says my name, my page, my goal, and then their donations.
Now, for anyone who watches this tonight, is it too late to make any kind of donation to you?
No, it's not because Kate hasn't sent the money yet. So
Okay.
if anyone wants to donate, you can DM AST LaSalle.
Sounds good. We'll make sure that you guys get a few extra dollars from our big amount of listeners we have here. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys were able to raise $5,000. If my math checks out, that's about $113.33 a person. Not, not too bad. Your calculator, what can I say? All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to send it back over to the desk.
It's time for our first break, but coming up, the city of Philadelphia has updated eligibility for the COVID-19 vaccine. Stay tuned.
Yo, bro, what's good?
What's going on?
How you feeling, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
When'd you start smoking?
Smoking? This is Jewel, bro.
It's a Juul?
Yeah.
Listen, you might as well be smoking cigarettes. When you start juuling or vaping, you're 4 times more likely to start smoking cigarettes.
Is that true?
That's very true. Give me the Juul. You don't need it.
To learn more about e-cigarettes, go to thetruth.com.
According to the Mayo Clinic, exercising has stress-busting benefits by bumping up your endorphins and improving your mood.
On Monday, April 12th, NBC's Today Show was in Philadelphia as part of their series on reopening of America's cities. Shinell Jones, who is the co-host of the third hour of Today, is a Philadelphia native and was there to host the segment. The show was anchored by Jones from the Philadelphia Art Museum. The series is highlighting how different areas of the country are trying to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. The segment addressed the recent uptick of COVID-19 infections in Philadelphia and the city's COVID vaccine distribution plan. The program later turned its attention to highlighting Philly's food scene with the help from musician Patti LaBelle and restaurateur Ben Bynum. One of the last highlights of the series was an appearance from musician Daryl Hall. The Philly native and one half of the musical group Hall & Oates discussed what he loves most about the city. If you missed this segment of Today, you can head to their website and check it out.
Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf announced last Monday that everyone ages 16 and older will be eligible to sign up for coronavirus vaccine appointments beginning on April 19th, 6 days earlier than the state had previously planned. Wolf said, "We need to maintain acceleration of the vaccine rollout, especially as case counts and hospitalization rates have increased. With all residents over 16 now able to register for the vaccine, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for Pennsylvania."
Phillies manager Joe Girardi says he won't pressure his players into receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. In new COVID-19 health and safety protocols for Major League Baseball is requiring that 85% of players and staff who travel with the team to be vaccinated. But Girardi has made it clear that he is going to let his players and staff members decide that for themselves. Girardi says that he will not get involved because it's a personal decision and that whatever they decide, he will back them up no matter what. Girardi has received his first dose of the vaccination and is awaiting his second.
For the first time in close to 200 years, the Philadelphia Flower Show is headed outdoors. This show will be filled with colorful floral designs and plant displays, as well as educational installations and activity-based hubs. This showcase will be divided into 3 districts. The Design District to showcase the wow factor, the Plant District to inspire and educate about how you can grow your own plants, and the Garden District designed for DIY gardeners. This colorful show will fill FDR Park for 9 days from June 5th through the 13th. Attendance will be limited due to COVID, so you must secure your tickets beforehand.
Coming up after this last break, Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth, has passed away. Details on his funeral are next.
When you miss an episode of Q&A, you get hungry. When you get hungry, you don't know what to eat. When you don't know what to eat, you get irritable. When you get irritable, you miss questions on your exam. Don't miss questions on your exam. Watch Q&A on LaSalle TV.
This is Kevin, and Kevin could use some kindness. Here's Ian. He could be that man. Ian chooses to be inconsiderate and not hold the door for Kevin, and in turn, Kevin suffers. Kindness may be a choice, but doing so is always the right one. So if Ian can make the right choice, you can too.
Since April 12th, more than 6.8 million Americans had received doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. However, both the CDC and FDA are now reviewing data involving 6 reported U.S. cases of rare and severe type of blood clot in some individuals after receiving this vaccine. Because of this, there have been rumors going that the vaccine has been recalled. In actuality, the vaccine has not been recalled. Instead, it's been put on pause. The CDC says on their website that this is the best course of action until this vaccine can be further reviewed by the FDA.
On Friday, April 9th, the royal family announced that Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II, passed away. The cause of death is not known. However, the prince had just returned from a month-long stay at the hospital 3 weeks prior. He was 99 years old and passed just 2 months before his 100th birthday. The Queen described her husband's death as having left a huge void in her life, as they were married for 73 years. The funeral for Prince Philip took place on Saturday, April 17th at Windsor Castle. The ceremony was held at St. George's Chapel on the grounds of Windsor Castle and could only be attended by 30 people due to COVID-19 protocols. Many of the funeral's personal touches were planned by Philip, including the music sung by a choir of just 4 people. He also designed the Land Rover that brought his coffin to the chapel. During the procession to the chapel, senior members of the royal family walked behind the prince's coffin, including his sons and daughter. Prince William and Prince Harry even walked behind the coffin, and this is the first time the brothers have seen each other in person since the Oprah interview that revealed bombshell allegations. After the ceremony, the prince was buried in the royal vault of St. George's Chapel.
The COVID-19 pandemic has caused numerous inconveniences to businesses, but did you know it has caused a ketchup shortage? Heinz, the most popular ketchup brand in the US, said their ketchup packets have been in high demand due to more takeout trends throughout the pandemic. In addition, prices for ketchup packets have risen 13% in the last year. It's all about supply and demand, but the demand for Heinz ketchup packets has been greater than the supply. Heinz continues to try to keep up with the demand, announcing that they will be producing 25% or 12 billion more ketchup packets.
We have probably all heard by now that one of the most common symptoms of COVID-19 is the loss of taste and smell. Some COVID patients have even lacked taste and smell up to 3 months after having the virus. In order to try to help these people who have lost their senses, a cookbook called Taste and Flavor was created to allow these people to enjoy food again. The chefs and masterminds behind the book, Ryan Riley and Kimberly Duke, attempted to integrate culinary science and medical research by including sensory perception to help people enjoy food again after losing taste and smell. The cookbook contains safe and non-triggering foods such as pasta and rice that have simple flavors. Riley and Duke are hopeful that their recipes will bring people relief. Well, that just about does it for this episode, but be sure to find us on the web as well as the rest of LaSalle TV on our Facebook page. We love to hear your thoughts, so tweet at us using our Twitter handle and start the conversation.
If you missed the scoop and want to see it, you can find episodes on YouTube on our LaSalle TV Philly page.
Until next time, for Justin, Sam, and the entire crew, I'm Erin Holly. Thanks for watching LTV News, where the action never stops. And please, continue to wear a mask.